Pope Benedict XVI announces plans to resign at the end of the month. It's our top story this afternoon, everyone. The 85-year-old says he doesn't have the strength to continue in his capacity as leader of the church. Jennifer Davis tells us what comes next.
Pope Benedict XVI is the first pope to resign in nearly 600 years, and now the modern Catholic Church heads into uncharted territory.
I have to be honest, I'm as shocked and as startled as all of you.
This is, it's very startling. I was totally unprepared for it.
Even the Pope's cardinals and closest aides didn't see this coming. The Pope announcing this morning he'll resign at the end of this month because he doesn't have the physical strength to carry out his papal duties. In a statement, the Pope explained, "I have had to recognize my incapacity to adequately fulfill the ministry entrusted to me." He's had a relatively short tenure. It was just 2005 when Joseph Cardinal Ratzinger succeeded John Paul II.
Joseph Ratzinger had always been considered such a traditionalist, but many of his defenders said, no, he's somebody who thinks out of the box, and I think this is really the proof of that.
Elected at the age of 78, Benedict was one of the oldest popes selected in nearly 300 years. The Archbishop of Miami says that was evident when he traveled with the 85-year-old in Cuba last year.
I understand that his doctors have told him that he should not travel internationally. We saw, him pacing himself, or his handlers pacing him, so as not to exhaust him.
A Vatican spokesperson says the hope is to have a new pope in place by Easter. Great speculation now begins about who the College of Cardinals will select to lead the world's estimated 1 billion Catholics.
I think it more likely there will be somebody from Europe or from Latin America or another one of the continents. I think there's just too much concern about maybe too much concentration of power in America.
The president has extended his appreciation to the Pope, and the House Speaker, the highest-ranking Catholic in Congress, says in a statement that this decision shows the Pope's humility and love for his church. In Washington, Jennifer Davis, Fox News.
Shannon Kantner has more this afternoon on why Bishop Boyea of the Lansing Diocese and many parishioners support the Pope's decision.
Bishop Earl Boyea said he saw this coming.
He had been talking about this for several months and last couple of years about the possibility.
Maybe he didn't know it would happen now, though parishioners also noticed the Pope's ailing health.
When I look at him on video and stuff, I see that. So I'm glad he had the boldness and the humility to say, I should step down now and let someone else younger and more energetic do this wonderful work that he's doing as the vicar of our Catholic Church.
Others say while they support the decision, it feels strange to have Pope Benedict XVI resign after experiencing the death of Pope John Paul II.
It was such a big deal when he passed away, and so it is kind of different, I guess, in that, we're going through the change again, but he's still alive, and it is a little different.
Almost everyone I talked to here called this a noble decision and one that won't hurt the Catholic Church, but help it moving forward.
Now in the future, this won't be a question. That if a pope feels that he can no longer do the ministry, then he can retire.
The bishop said it's a sign of the times. Even though it hasn't been done for 6 centuries, he thinks it's a respectable option, and many parishioners agree.
It's his decision, and I'm happy for whatever he decides, happy for him.
Now people just have to make sure they say the right pope's name during Mass in less than a month.
We'll all have to get used to saying a new name. We'll probably end up writing it in our books because we'll forget and we'll trip back to the old one.
In the meantime, the bishop hopes people pray for the Pope and the election of a new one. In Lansing, Shannon Kantner, Fox 47 News.
Bishop Boyea said the biggest question now is what role the Pope will play in the selection process to pick his replacement and helping him get settled in.